Gabriella, do you feel like the way that the photographer edits the picture makes it difference whether this picture gets the amount of likes that you wanted to get
for?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
So the photographer like can make it or break it.
Well, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. You could have like a very experienced model, and if you don't have a very experienced photographer, they will not have a good representation of their client, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So a model can work it as much as they're able to, but if you don't have like the right experience, like when it comes to the angles and using your camera and your equipment, and then even then in post and editing your work, I mean, it makes a huge difference.
Do you feel like within the first session you're able to get a good vibe with the model, or it takes like eventual sessions so you know her angles and everything, or within that first session, like, oh yeah, I can catch her vibe and I know which angle to get and everything?
It honestly really depends on the person I'm working with. There's some times where I meet up with somebody and I've never met them before, only talked to them in the DMs, and it wasn't too much, but then we meet up and like it's magic. And then there's some people where I know them, but then I put them in front of my lens and it kind of takes a minute. It takes a little bit. It takes a couple of shots of alcohol, you know.
Yeah.
But, no, I mean, sometimes it just depends on how we vibe as a unit.
Yeah.
Do you think it's easier that a lot of I don't know. I guess there's a lot of guy models, but I guess I see more girl models on my Instagram. But
I was about to say that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's what you're liking.
But do you work more with females or males?
I work more with females only because being a female photographer, honestly,
Yeah,
in
that's
the
what I was
industry,
gonna
and then
ask.
working with even male photographers or male models, can be kind of hard because you go there for, I mean, the work environment. It's a business relationship, and it
Right.
usually doesn't end up with them trying to make
Oh, so I've
a
heard.
business relationship, or they're very cocky, or they don't, I guess, trust you.
Who are we speaking of? Male photographers
Male photographers and male models.
and I would imagine male models being cocky.
They are very. I mean, well, they're a model for a reason. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's
They know what they have. They know what they
Yeah.
bring.
Yeah.
I mean, you have experience with.
And
male
what did they
photographers,
have?
I'm
Nah, just kidding.
Yeah. What is your experience with male photographers?
I mean, the good and the bad, because I'm
Excuse
probably
me.
sure we both know about the same stuff.
I've gotten creepy photographers where I'm like, okay, you know what? I have an emergency. I have to go. But thank God most of them have been like good photographers and super that I get there and I feel super comfortable and I've never met them before and it's like, oh, hey. And then it's like she said, it's just that connection that just happens.
Yeah.
But I want to say like twice I've had like some creepy photographers.
I'm surprised you're only saying twice, though, because, like, that's, like, one of my things is I like to work with female models because as a female, like, I understand, like, what it is to be a female in, like, that male environment.
Right.
You know, so I'm always like, you know what, if you want a photographer to execute your vision, like, come work with me. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'll
Right.
take care of you.
And it's really huge right now. I've been paying attention to it, and I don't want to be, here's the word, ignorant to it. The fact that there's an inequality, and as a male, even I don't know how to distinguish a competition between a man and a female, and it's just not the same. And I don't know, like I've been learning more about that more and more because my old lady, she has such a hard time with her coworkers and with me at home sometimes, you know, like we don't really coincide, and it's just sometimes my own ego, you know, my own man stuff. And I'll tell you what, it's hard. Like it's hard sometimes to control that shit. Like it, but is it control? Like is it controllable? Yeah, 100%. It takes some practice, and fuck, like that's crazy that you guys have to go through something that you guys love. Like that's, I don't know.
Everything you guys have been talking about, that's what she said.
Many times. Many times.
Every time she was
Summarized
talking, I
it.
was just like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good.
So it would be easier for you, like let's say that somebody out of town wants you to shoot with them or whatever. Like, do you think you would go for it? Like.